In the Campaign 2016 segment tonight, the state of the presidential race. There's a flood of new post-debate polls out today. The new Fox poll of likely voters shows Hillary Clinton with a modest 3-point lead over Donald Trump. That's a 2-point gain for Clinton since early September. Libertarian Gary Johnson comes in 8%. Green Party nominee Jill Stein has 4%. And there are key swing state polls just out showing some slight movement for Hillary Clinton. Joining us to analyze, Caitlin Huey-Burns, political reporter for Real Clear Politics, along with Arnon Mishkin, director of the Fox News Decision Desk. Arnon, we'll talk to you very quickly. So the Fox News poll is a change from prior to this debate to after the debate.
Precisely.
So Donald Trump stayed the same at 40%, right?
Yes.
Hillary Clinton had a 1-point lead prior to the debate.
Something like that.
And now she has 3.
Exactly.
So she moved up 2 ticks.
That's right.
And he stayed the same. Any surprises in that?
I think that the big surprise in that is that, frankly, she has not closed the deal. Clearly, she had a great week this week. She did very well in the debate. 61% of voters in the Fox News poll said she won the debate. And she's continued to talk about that for the rest of the week. Even this, nonetheless, only 2/3 of those people who say she won the debate are voting for her. So she's not closed the deal, and it suggests that actually there's still some room for opportunity for this election to change.
And Caitlin, what are your thoughts on the fact that post-debate, and a lot of people think she did win the debate, and as Arnon points out, it's not really actually making voters flock to her?
Right. Well, I do think that this shows that the debate had an impact on the polling. And in a close race, a couple of points is kind of a big deal, right? What she did do was she improved on the negative things that were hurting her. So honest and trustworthiness, she's now on par with Trump on that measure, which is significant. She's gained points on temperament. He has not. And when you're looking at the polling and when you look at the aggregate, Trump is struggling to get out of the low 40s. And so that's what we're seeing here. So even though she had a modest increase, he has had no movement at all.
Talk to us about the independents. I think he has a 12-point lead among independents.
He has a 12-point lead among independents. To me, the most interesting thing about the poll is not that there's a lead that Clinton has. And Clinton has this lead, and she has this lead in all the swing state polls that you talked about that came out today, Nevada, Colorado, and one other state. But the key thing is to look at the people who are not voting for either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump in the polls. And if you look at nationally in the Fox News poll, 17% of the country are either voting for Johnson or Stein or are undecided. Those people are what I would call the movables, and those are the people that one needs, and they're going to move in some way in the next 4 weeks, and that's going to determine, or the next 5 weeks.
Well, they have to.
Well,
they're going to vote. They're going to have to.
Well, they're going to have, and when you look at those people, and we've seen this across a number of polls, 90% of them say they want change. 80% of them say Donald Trump doesn't have the right Trump temperament. And 70% of those undecided say Hillary Clinton.
You know what that sounds like? And this is what's going on with the millennials. Caitlin, I want to talk to you about this. In 2008, 47% turned out, the millennial vote. In 2012, 41% turned out. This year, this election cycle sounds like the millennials or the movables, they're not going to show up.
Well, and this is the problem for Clinton, is that it's not that she's losing young people to Trump. She's still leading Trump among young people, but she's something like 20 points behind where Obama was in 2012 and in 2008. So it's that enthusiasm measure, and that's why you hear her and Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, out on the campaign trail, Michelle Obama, saying, don't vote for a third-party candidate, come to our side. And that takes a lot of work.
Let me throw another one at you guys. I'll start with you, Arnon. A good friend of mine runs a Hispanic company. He said 30% of all new small businesses in America are run by Hispanics right now, all the new ones. He also said there are 4 million Hispanic-run businesses in the country. If you're an Hispanic and you're starting a business, which candidate is your candidate going forward?
According to the polling, the Hispanics are likely to vote very heavily for Clinton.
But if you're a business owner and you want to hire people and you want a more friendly business environment, tax structures, who are you going to vote for?
Well, here's the thing. Republicans have been trying to reach out to Latino voters on that measure, talking about business, talking about the economy. The problem is that Trump is not doing those things. He's not messaging to them on the economy. He's not really talking about the economy right now. I mean, we've seen over the past week, he's talking about lots of other things except for the issues at hand. So that's the problem here, that Republicans feel like they have a message, but they don't have a candidate who's giving that message to this group.
Such an untapped asset to Donald Trump. He's the guy who's perceived as better on the economy. Hispanics are very, very in tune with what's going on in the economy. 27 million Hispanics are going to vote this time.
He has not reached out to the Hispanic population. He's tried to reach out to the African-American population. There's some argument about, is he doing that to reach out to African Americans, or is he doing that to reach out to whites who are skeptical about him?
Right.
But at the same time, but he's not reached out to the Hispanics.
Right.
The one thing he's done, I think, very effectively is that he is the candidate of change.
There you
And
go.
if you think
and
about it,
those are the Bernie Sanders voters who are looking at maybe Jill Stein and Johnson. Maybe that's it. Maybe they want it. I got to go, guys. I'm sorry, I ran out of time. Arne and Caitlin, thank you very much.